Hey, peace, family. Mr. J. Morrison here, your brother, young Malcolm. You know we say that to honor our ancestor and keep his name alive in the spirit of what he represented, of his ideologies. And I got a revelation alert. I'm gonna let you guys chime in on Facebook. For those who don't know me, I'm very spiritually aligned and very spiritually tapped in. I am non-religious, but I have an amazing relationship with the Most High, amazing relationship with God. So I want all you guys to come on in. I got the perfect message for the perfect people. I got the perfect message for the perfect people. Share this message. I swear to you, I got the perfect message delivered from the Most High. I got revelation for us. It's a revelation alert. I'll be doing these daily, weekly, however often the download comes from the Most High. I got to share this with you. I'll be selfish not to share this. I'll be disobedient not to share this with you. I got the perfect message for the perfect people. Share this message right now. Comment right now. Say hello. Tap in. We got about 30 seconds. And I got the perfect message for the perfect people. A revelation alert. If you don't know me, if you have not followed my journey, God has had an anointing on my life, oil on my life, a calling on my life. There's no way you become who I've become as a welfare kid, a Section 8 kid who suffered abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, growing up, grew up in poverty, below the poverty line, free lunch kid, 15 years old, out on the corner selling drugs, high school dropout, alternative school kid, 3-time felon, 2.5 years in prison, work release, parole, probation, ankle monitor, house bracelet. There's no way you make it through the streets of Newark, New Jersey, Baltimore, Maryland, up and down the highway, drug trafficking, get through real estate, divorce, bankruptcy, foreclosure, short sales, depression, teenage dad. There's no way I am who I am today coming through all that had not it been for an anointing and a calling on my life. I know it. If you can't see it, you're blind. You're dumb, deaf, and blind. And I got the perfect message for the perfect people. I'm going to break this down like this. Take notes, please. I encourage you, scramble right now and get a notepad. Take notes, because I got the perfect message for the perfect people in real life. This is no cap, no fluff, no Insta famous, Facebook famous, no viral. This is kingdom work. This is kingdom work. This is perfect alignment. Some of y'all don't even believe that God or Most High, the higher power, Allah, Jehovah, Jah, exist. The hell is wrong with you? How did all this come about? How did you get a J. Morrison to be the fund manager of the first black-owned real estate crowdfund in the history of America as a 3-time felon? To manage over $12.5 million of capital commitments from over 15,000 prospective partners from 22 countries and build a multi-million-dollar real estate fund with no college education in real life. To go through an 18-month-long investigation from the DOJ, FBI, and the SEC, 2 government agencies, while managing millions of capital, building a black house in Atlanta, Georgia, and have both federal agencies conclude their investigation with no recommendation for action taken. Because I got the perfect message for the perfect people. And when I'm telling you about my journey and my imperfections and my challenges, the fire, the Most High is so strategic, is so perfect. God, the Creator, is so perfect that He plays chess with Himself. Even my trials, even my tribulations, even my obstacles were perfectly designed. Even your flaws are perfectly designed. God, the Most High, however you see this universal power, I don't care about the name. I care about the spirit. Share this message, Facebook. Somebody need this message. I swear to God, somebody need this message. The Most High made you perfectly imperfect to be the perfect person for His perfect purpose. I'm going to say this again. I ain't showing off, y'all. I'm just giving you revelation. I'm giving you revelation. I pray on my knees every night for knowledge, wisdom, guidance, understanding, strategy, and revelation. Been doing it since 2010. Coming through depression. Coming out of, listen, God, Allah, Jehovah Jah, Yah, the Most High, the Heavenly Father, the universal creator, Mother Nature, however you see him, her, it, or they. God gave you every obstacle you have, every challenge you have, every imperfection you have. You are perfectly imperfect to be the perfect person for his perfect purpose. Jay Morrison is perfectly imperfect. Jay Morrison is perfectly imperfect. Perfectly imperfect. God brought me through the street corners of 3rd and Center Street, South 10th and Springfield. God needed me to be a drug dealer. God ordained me to go to prison. God needed me on Rikers Island. God needed me to file bankruptcy. God needed a federal investigation. God needed an SEC investigation. Pardon me, y'all. I'm getting too hyped. Pardon me. God needed me to go through every challenge I ever had. He made me perfectly imperfect to be the perfect person for his perfect purpose, to free his people in real life. Now, I understand through revelation, I'm talking freedom talk. I'm talking liberation talk. Not just spiritual freedom and liberation. I'm talking about physical, financial, real life liberation and freedom. You're looking at a free black man. You're looking at a free black man. I don't got no boss. I don't got no master. I don't got no corporate sponsor I got to tap around. I don't got no affiliation I got to tap around. I don't got no record label I got to tap around. I don't got no Hollywood executive I got to tap around. I don't got no Warner Brothers, no Sony, no Interscope, nobody I got to tap around. I am a free black man. I do what the hell I want, when I want, how I want. And the only thing above me that was burdening me from being absolutely free was the federal government in an 18-month-long investigation. I'm not gloating because we needed the federal investigation. We needed the SEC investigation. We needed the FBI investigation because it was perfectly designed to test me through the fire, to come out the fire to show you your brother's integrity. Imagine that, a 39-year-old black man managing over $12.5 million of capital, getting scrutinized by the top and investigated by the top federal agencies in America, and them having no recommendation for any enforcement or action. That black man was doing something right. That black man wasn't cheating, not in my humble opinion. If I was cheating, if I was being unintegrous to the people, if I was doing the wrong work, if I wasn't doing kingdom work, that would be exposed. But God needed the perfect investigation to make the perfect situation for the perfect person to be able to deliver a perfect purpose. I'm going to show you what freedom looked like. Freedom looks like a black man on live stream on Facebook sitting in a black house owned by a black-owned company, free and clear with no mortgage and no debt on 2.6 acres of land, 5 minutes from the world's busiest airport in real life. Freedom is a 3-time felon, former dope boy, crack cooker, coke compressor, drug transporter, gun toter, managing a multi-million-dollar fund and walking around out here clean in real life, doing the right thing, managing money the right way in real life, being a good fiduciary, responsible party in real life. Freedom is employing your people, empowering your people, talking religious talk if you want to talk religious talk or spiritual talk. I don't have to worry about what Sotheby's going to say, what my boss going to say, what my PR company think. Listen, You're looking at a free black man. And what I understand is the revelation I got, for those joining late, I'm going to give you the game real quick. God made you, not just me, God made you perfectly imperfect. I'm going to say it again. The Most High made you perfectly imperfect to be the perfect person to carry out his perfect purpose. But you got to listen and you got to be tapped into the Most High. I'm not talking about religion. That crap you do on Saturdays and Sundays, that religion, that's not what it is. That's to bring you closer to a relationship and to the language of the Most High. The language of the Most High is perfection. The language of the Most High is perfection, but we think that our human imperfections is not perfection. What I'm here to tell you in Revelation is that your human imperfections is actually perfection for the Most High to make you the perfect person for its perfect purpose. See, your human imperfections is still perfect for God because he has a perfect plan for your life. The Most High is playing chess with himself. You need your darkness to let your light shine. You need your rain to help your crops harvest. Your rain is perfect. Your challenges are perfect. Your obstacles are perfect. Your handicap is perfect. Your imprisonment is perfect. The investigation is perfect. Your bankruptcy is perfect. Your credit score is perfect. Because he's designing you to be the perfect person for his perfect purpose. You need every challenge that you ever got and that you're currently going through and will go through. If I leave here right now and something bad happens to me, it was perfectly designed. And when you tap into that frequency and that energy, that even a bad thing that happens to me, when I'm tapped into the Most High, is a good thing. Because Allah, Jah, Jehovah, Yah, the Most High, the Creator, is playing chess with himself. He playing your good moves and your bad moves to make you the perfect person for his perfect purpose. Some of y'all freedom talk scares you. I'm going to tell you, this message is only for 20% of us. I got the revelation, the remnant. The 20% of us are those who are aligned in frequency enough to buy into freedom and kingdom talk. 20% is 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 10. 1 out of 5 black people in America, black people in the diaspora, I believe 1 out of 5 human beings can only align with this message. Only 1 out of 5 could understand what true freedom is like. The other 1 out of 5. So if there's 1 out of 5, right, that believe in freedom, there's 4 left. Out of that 4, the others are ignorant to liberation, to freedom talk, to kingdom talk. They think I'm talking crazy right now. They have no idea and can't even understand. They are ignorant of high frequency. The other out of the 5 are envious of freedom. I got my notes right here because this is a new revelation. I just downloaded it. There's 5 people. One's free. The other is ignorant. The other is envious of the freedom. The other is scared of the freedom. And the other is offended by the freedom. There are 5 kinds of people. Only 20%, 1 out of 5 will be free. Some of y'all are offended by this strong message of freedom talk. It bothers you. Some of y'all are scared to be free and go own your own. Some of y'all are envious because you might have more money than me. You might have more followers than me. You might have more clout than me, but you don't have more freedom than me. And you're envious. And some of you all are just ignorant to what freedom looks like. Oh, somebody just hit that revelation, 20% in 2020. 2020 marks the revelation of the 20%, the remnant. I'm not trying to take all people. I'm not trying to liberate all black people anymore. I was. The Most High spoke to me. He said, Jay, it's only the remnant. It's only 20% that can go. It's only 20% that are ready for freedom. The rest got to catch up. They ignorant, envious, scared, or offended by freedom talk. That's why the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, out of 42.5 million people, only raised $12.5 million between just the black community. Only 15,000 investors, which still was a historical accomplishment. But most people can't even fathom what financial freedom looks like and feels like. It scares them. They're ignorant to financial freedom. They're envious of financial freedom. They're offended by financial freedom, or they're scared of financial freedom. They're offended by spiritual freedom. They're ignorant to spiritual freedom. They're envious of spiritual freedom, or spiritual freedom scares the shit out of them. The same people, they're offended by political freedom. They're envious of political freedom. They're scared of political freedom, or they're ignorant of political freedom. See, what I represent is us blacking out and us owning our own politics, owning our own economic institutions, owning our own schools and curriculums that go into schools, us owning our own water systems, us owning our own agricultural systems, us owning our own government body, us owning our own flag, us owning our own constitution, us owning our own declaration, us owning our own anthem. I'm talking freedom talk that scares some of you. Some of you are ignorant to it. How could it be done? Some of you are offended by it, and some of y'all are envious of it. Some of y'all, 1 out of 5, 2 out of 10, 20% is lit and excited by this freedom talk. You with this freedom talk, and you're willing to put the work in and actions and make the sacrifice to make it happen. I only want the 20% black out with me. I only want the 20%. If political freedom, if having our own political party scares you, offends you, makes you envious, or you are too dumb, ignorant to read up and learn and see why and how, it's not for you. And I'm okay with that now. God, the Heavenly Father, gave me the download. Revelation alert. Revelation alert. Some of your biggest social media influencers, political activists, rappers, actors, etc. talk that freedom talk, but deep down they scared. They envious, they're offended, or they're ignorant to what true freedom and liberation looks like. I'm talking about freedom talk. Listen, the Most High gave me this. I want to talk about Drew Brees for a second. I didn't even hear the Drew Brees speech, but I heard that Drew Brees said, and I'm paraphrasing, that he's not kneeling for no flag or no anthem. His grandfather, his ancestors fought for this flag in this country. And let me tell you why every black person should be encouraged, inspired, and respect what Drew Brees said, that he's not willing to kneel for a flag or protest against this country. You should respect that man for standing on his legacy and his inheritance. He talking power talk. He talking dominion talk. He talking big boy talk. He's saying, my forefathers died for my inheritance. I'm going to stand up for my inheritance. I'm not going to kneel and go against my inheritance. He talking power talk. Why are you mad at somebody else who won't go against their own inheritance? Why should somebody give up their inheritance for you? We talking dominion. We talking power. We talking freedom. Drew Brees' ancestors, all they know is conquer. All they know is dominion. They came from Europe, the most barren land in the country, in the world. So they had to conquer other countries and other cultures in order to have resources, or they would die out. So his DNA is conquer. Drew Brees' DNA is conquer. His granddad, his forefathers' DNA was conquer. Was conquer and leave an inheritance and leave land and leave dominion and leave ownership for their heirs. So we must reverse that and reflect what the hell is wrong with us. Why are we so into someone else trying to tap into their inheritance as opposed to focus on us? And why aren't we conquering? Why are you mad at somebody else for not treating you fair on their chessboard when you could just flip the board and go play your own game? Create your own board. I'm talking freedom talk. I'm talking dominion talk. I'm talking big boy talk. He is supposed to defend his inheritance. It's our job to create and to conquer and to leave our own legacy and our own inheritance and create our own land, our own freedom, so that our heirs can defend that. We're so focused on being subordinates and being pieces on the board as opposed to being the player behind the game. So the Honorable Marcus Garvey said, I'm not mad at white men, at the white race, for doing what they had to do to protect their race and ensure their race survives and thrives. The Honorable Marcus Garvey said this. He said, black people, why don't we just simply do what we need to do for our own race to make sure that we thrive and survive and have dominion and control and power? That's freedom talk. And guess what? 4 out of 5 of y'all ain't gonna like it because it offends you. You're ignorant to it, you're envious of it, or you're scared. I know already. The Most High already told me already. I don't got to argue with you. I don't got to troll with you. I don't got to blog with you. The Most High already told me you can't help it. It's only for 1 out of 5 of y'all, 20%. It's only for 20%. The rest of y'all, you like, no, wait, why? No, I'm talking freedom. I'm talking about dominion. I'm talking about the original people of the planet Earth taking back their dominion, ownership, creating systems down to the water lines, down to the sewer lines, down to the agriculture, down to the school systems, down to the hospitals, down to the entertainment, down to the housing, down to the politics. I'm talking freedom talk. If you don't know, if you ain't learned nothing about me, if you're new to this calling, this anointing, this oil on my life, God brought me through everything that I've been through, all these imperfections I've been through, to make me the perfect person for his perfect purpose and his perfect people. And that's you. God made me the perfect person to deliver a message to the perfect people, you. Using my perfect imperfections in this perfect timing of 2020, post-COVID, post-uprising. I got a message for us, y'all. I got solutions for us, y'all. He has solutions for us, y'all, through vehicles like myself. I'm talking freedom talk. I'm talking dominion. We got to stop. We got to understand. I'm going to give us one more piece of game and I'm out. Revelation. I'm telling you, yo, I got so many downloads of Revelation, y'all. I'm not talking about human, fleshly, logical thinking. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about downloads from the Most High. You could believe it or not. I know 1 out of 5 of y'all will. I'm not worried about the rest. I ain't worried about the ignorant. I'm not worried about the envious. I'm not worried about the scared. And I'm not worried about the offended. For the 1 out of 5 who understand high frequency, high vibrations, what we call rich in real life. Let me give you my last revelation. Excuse me. Let me give you my last revelation. In politics, and the Black Liberty Party is on the way. I'm here to tell you, the Black Liberty Party is on the way. Literally, it's on the way. Stay tuned. I'm also aligning with the Blackout Coalition. It's a Facebook group I want all you guys to go follow, the Blackout Coalition. The Blackout Coalition on Facebook is a private group. over 1.3 million members, and we are Voltroning up. We are collaborating. We are uniting up the Black Liberty Party, the Blackout Coalition. Stop questioning leadership, y'all. This divine leadership, y'all. This divine leadership, y'all. And only 1 out of 5 will understand. But check out this. Politically, the Black Liberty Party on the way. Check out this. In Africa, they were able to enslave our people, not through their dividing and conquering us, but through our own division, we were conquered. But let me tell you what, it was through the strategy of political leverage. Peep game, y'all. Tap in with me, y'all. 2 African tribes are beefing. They're feuding. They're warring. So, white man comes in, European man comes in and says, listen, I got 2 tribes. I don't give a shit about either one of these tribes. What I recognize is they're beefing. They have feud. So as the third party observer, I have leverage to go to either party, to either tribe, and say, listen, I got some guns and gunpowder that will help you beat that tribe. Now, mind you, what they did is, I can guarantee you, because I know business, I know strategy, I know leverage. The third party seen 2 tribes feuding. I guarantee you they went to both tribes and say, yo, I got gunpowder for you. I got gunpowder for you. What are you willing to exchange for gunpowder? What are you willing to exchange for gunpowder? Whoever gave me the best exchange for the gunpowder, that will be the tribe that I back, right? And the tribe that I back will be the dominating dominion tribe, the conquering tribe. All Europeans know is conquer. It's their DNA. It's the only way the small island of Great Britain can control 3/4 of the world's landmass. They know conquer. Conquer is in their DNA for survival. So the Europeans went to Africa and said, listen, 2 tribes, whoever gives me the best deal, I will back you and help you conquer the other tribe. So the other tribe said, well, what do you want in exchange, Europeans? They said, I need bodies. I need laborers. I need laborers for this new land that we conquered. So one African tribe said, well, I'll give you the captives of who we conquer if you give us the resources to conquer them. Check it out. We learning. I'll give you the gunpowder and resources to conquer the other tribe if you give us your captorers to be enslaved to us for the free labor we want. But check it out, y'all. I'm about to bring it forward. I'm giving this game. Black people and those who are our allies, we understand our political oppression, economic exploitation, and social degradation, as Malcolm called it. We understand the tyranny we face here in America. We understand the genocide we face here in America. We understand the persecution we face here in America. We understand the second-class citizenship we face here in America. We got 2 parties in America, 2 dominant parties, Republicans and Democrats. Republicans and Democrats, they be beefing. They be feuding, just like them African tribes. And both want power and dominion because all they know is power and dominion. Black people, the persecuted, the second-class citizens, those labeled 3/5 as a man. If we were strategic, and 1 out of 5 of us are, and we were free-thinking, and 1 out of 5 of us are, Black Liberty Party on the way, what we would do is withdraw and organize our voting equity, our gunpowder, our voting gunpowder, and we say to the feuding Democrats and Republicans, neither of which give a shit about us, neither of which have, well, first of all, both of which who have contributed to our persecution. Both Democrats and Republicans contributed to our second-class citizenship. Both Democrats and Republicans contributed towards our tyranny. Both Democrats and Republicans have contributed towards our persecution and oppression. So if black people were strategic and conquerors, what we would do is what the Europeans did to our African ancestors, and we would organize our gunpowder, and we would say, Democrats, Republicans, one of y'all want to win. Y'all want to conquer and dominion. And we know that our gunpowder is going to be the winning side to one of y'all taking control over here. We know that our extra resource of voting is going to be what allows either a Democrat or a Republican to win. Otherwise, locally or federally. Otherwise, you'll continue feuding. Now, I know that 1 out of 5 of y'all are scared of this message. I know that 1 out of 5 of you all are going to speak ignorant to this message. I know 1 out of 5 of you all are going to be offended by this message. And I know that 1 out of 5 of you all are going to be envious of this kind of message and action. But I know that 1 out of 5 of y'all is going to get it and understand the freedom talk. So black people were strategic and are strategic and will be strategic enough to organize our own political party. Black Liberty Party on the way. Black Liberty Party on the way. Black Liberty Party on the way. All we have to do is organize our vote, pull and galvanize our gunpowder, our voting power, and say we are not committing to either party. We are not committing to either of you all until we know and see and have in writing and have contingency plans, because we know y'all break contracts, y'all break treaties. So until we have in writing and a contingency plan for either one of y'all, I don't care if it's Republican, I don't care if it's Democrat, speaking freedom and dominion to power, I don't care if it's Donald Trump. All y'all liars. So we gonna hold our voting power until we have a contingency plan for our black agenda, until we're going to allow one of y'all to dominate the other, but only the one that makes us the best deal for us. Just how you guys didn't care about what African tribe you gave gunpowder, all you cared is about the African tribe that gave you the best deal for you. So we going to be strategic around here. Dominion talk. Freedom talk, leverage talk, equity talk, strategic talk, Black Liberty Party on the way, y'all. This is Jay Morrison. When I talk it, the Most High has gave me the gift through my perfect imperfections to be the perfect person for his perfect purpose, for his perfect people at the perfect goddamn time. Yeah. Jay Morrison, they called the scam. Jay Morrison, they called a fraud. Jay Morrison, they planted doubts of seeds of doubt in your head about is the same Jay Morrison that's been proven to be more integrous than they ever gave you credit for. Listen, all we got to do is not commit to either party. Galvanize our voting bloc, create our own black agenda and what we want, and then let these two feuding parties know that neither of you get any of our support until we feel comfortable, not just with the plan in the words or the signature or the writing, but there's actually a contingency plan, and there's repercussions aligned, and there's leverage that we have to be able to ensure you do what you say you're going to do, and then we'll give you our vote to conquer the other party. I don't care if it's Democrat. I don't care if it's Republican. I don't care if it's Biden. I don't care if it's Trump, because all y'all liars. And I accept that all y'all liars. So if we're going to talk about lesser of two evils, then I'm only willing to support the evil that gives me an exchange that is good, that is righteous for me and my people. And until we approach policy and politics and ownership and dominion from a perspective of not a piece on the chessboard, but the player behind the board. See, we so into being the piece and the pawns and the kings and the rooks and the knights, the queens, the most powerful piece, the queens, the most powerful piece are queens or the king. We're so into being the piece on the board that we forget that we actually could be the player. Then we forget we ain't even got to play their game. We can say, the hell with your board and your game. We gonna create our own game on our own board. We ain't even got to play chess. We can get our own board, make our own game with our own rules, and have our own power and our own dominion, and make they ass come play on our board. See, remove yourself from being a piece on their chessboard. Evolve yourself from not only being a player on their chessboard, but to do away with their board, create our own game, our own rules, and make them play on our terms. That's dominion. That's freedom talk. And if your leadership ain't talking like that, they're not qualified leadership. And that's not from me, that's from the Most High. Again, some of you all will be ignorant and pretend you can't comprehend this message. Some of you all are going to be envious of the message or the messenger. Who does he think he is to say this? Some of you all are going to be scared by this message. Oh shit, he's trying to get off the plantation. Or they're going to do something with that Negro. And then some of you all are offended by the message. And that's okay. Because 1 out of 5, 2 out of 10, and 20% of y'all gonna ride for this message. 20% of not just, I'm gonna say it like this. 20% of just the Africans in America, black people in America, is 8 million people. That's a nice, strong voting block. 20% of our allies, Latino Americans, Aborigine, Native Americans, white Americans, all we need is a remnant, a percent. We don't need everybody. We keep thinking we need everybody, and we don't need everybody. All we need is 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5 gives us enough power, enough leverage, enough clout, enough gunpowder. It's a nuclear bomb. It's greater than gunpowder. It's a nuclear bomb. 20% with the right strategy, with the right download, on the right frequency, under the right leadership, and under the right message from the Most High, can put this world on its head. Remember, it's only 50-something people that declared independence for America and ran this country. Jesus and 12 disciples, whether you believe in Jesus or not, they turned the world on storm for the last 2,000 years. Him and 12 people, 13 people. All we need is 20%. We don't need everybody. But I need y'all to share this message with everybody in your family. Listen, take this message, put it in not just Facebook, in text chats, screen record it, post it on YouTube, share it like it was some gossiping ass Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, somebody a fraud, Beyonce got smacked in the elevator. Share this like this some gossiping ass news to our people. Like, be that intentional, like it's some juicy ass gossip, and go share this message. Because we got the perfect, and listen, black people have had the perfect, black people have had the imperfect, or the perfectly imperfect situation in America. To be the perfect people, for the perfect purpose, at the perfect time. Everything we need is here. This is revelation, y'all. In real life. I know we read about revelation and all that. I'm telling you, this is revelation. This ain't some man trying to talk and do all. This is revelation from the Most High. This is downloads. And it's okay that it scares some of y'all. Some of y'all are offended. Some of y'all are envious. Some of y'all are ignorant. I just need 1 out of 5. He just needs 1 out of 5. The remnant. If we pull our vote, organize it, galvanize it, Black Liberty Party on the way. I'm a manifester. Black Liberty Party on the way. We galvanize our vote. We take the same strategies they used to conquer us in Africa. We're going to let y'all fight it out to the death. And we'll sit back. And whatever party really wants to run and rule and conquer and have dominion, then you need the right and proper relationship with us. We know both of y'all evil. Y'all the lesser of two evils. We all agreed that. We know Democrats and Republicans are both liars. We agree to that. We know that Democrats and Republicans both benefited from our enslavement, our Jim Crow, our genocide, COINTELPRO, redlining, war on drugs, stop and frisk. We know. So we get it. So what we're going to do is we're going to let y'all feud it out. Y'all battle that shit out. And whoever really want to win, y'all come see us. But in the meanwhile, we're going to craft our own agenda. And whoever really want to win, y'all going to sign off on a very robust agenda. And we're going to have contingency plans and backup plans to ensure you follow through on what you said you would do. Because we know you break treaties and you break contracts and you a liar. We not slow. We know how you get down. That is freedom talk, y'all. That is leadership. That is revelation. So now we all got work to do. I did my job. I delivered the message. All y'all got to do is everybody hearing my voice, share the message. And if somebody shared you this message and you're not watching a share, you go adamantly share the message. You go email this message to your local politicians, to your local business leaders. You go tag your rappers, your activists, your celebrities. You go do your job. That's my call to action to all of you all. That's my assignment. I'm giving all you who hear my voice an assignment from the Most High through me. An assignment. And I pray if you are disobedient to this assignment that you do not face severe consequence because you heard it. You heard the assignment. Now, one of the 5 of y'all got to be obedient to the assignment. You go share this like juicy internet gossip. Some of y'all good at digital marketing. You go put some ad dollars behind this. Go put $50, $100. Some of y'all got resources. Use your fullest resources to promote and share this message. YouTube is free. Facebook is free. Instagram is free. Black Liberty Party on the way, y'all. Black Liberty Party on the way. We got a strategy. We got a plan. We got a download, and we align with the Most High. That's our secret weapon. And we don't need all of us. We need 1 out of 5, 20%. That's all he's given us. The Most High said, if all of us came together and conquered this enemy, listen to me, y'all. If all of us came together and conquered this enemy, we would think that we did it and would not give him credit. So the Most High said, I'm only going to allow 20% of y'all to come together to conquer this enemy so that you know it was me. The Most High said, I'm only going to allow 20% of y'all to come together. So when you conquer this enemy, we going to know it was him. If it was too many of us, we think it was us. We think that we had the sauce. 20%. All we got to do is come together. Black Liberty Party on the way. I want everybody, my call to action is as well. I'll give you one assignment, is to share this crazy. My second assignment is to join the Blackout Coalition on Facebook. The Blackout Coalition on Facebook. Join the movement. The Blackout Coalition, 1.3 million strong as of today. 1.3 million members on Facebook right now today. The Blackout Coalition. We are mobilizing. Real action steps, real solutions. And I'll be doing a call to action this week from the Black House. Owned by black people in a black-owned company. I'll be doing a message this week from the Black House with a real call to action for our people. Today was the first part of it. Your call to action is to share this like juicy gossip. Share it through text messages. Share it. Create a new, if you ain't even on YouTube, what does it cost you to create a YouTube account right now? $0. Go create a new YouTube account and upload this message. Entitle it Black Liberty Party. Title it Revelation. Title it whatever the Spirit leads you to title it, and don't second guess that Spirit. Let the Most High use you. Don't second guess it. You'll get the download. Just do it. Just do it. And if we all share the gossip, or share this like juicy gossip, and we all create new pages and promote this and share this, and we all go join the Blackout Coalition, and 20% come together, we will be obedient to the Most High, and he will give us dominion. He will give us control. He will give us power. He will give us ownership. And we'll start talking like Drew Brees. And our kids will talk like Drew Brees and say, I'm not kneeling for y'all flag. My ancestors gave me this. If your ancestors gave you a land and a flag, why would you kneel against that flag? Why would you kneel against the flag your ancestors fought and died for? Why would you kneel against and protest against your own inheritance, your own legacy? Only people not familiar with dominion, only scared and offended and envious or ignorant people think like that. But this new breed of black people, this new breed of allies, this new download of high frequency individuals understand and respect dominion. See, we're not respected because we act as subordinates, asking and hoping and wanting someone else to lead and to hand out, as opposed to commanding and demanding and leveraging and flipping the board, creating our own game at our own table and making them play at our rules. That's dominion talk. As the original people on the planet Earth, it's time for us to come back into our own. The Blackout Coalition. Go join the group, the Blackout Coalition. And I beg you, humbly as your brother, a servant leader to our people, to share this message like your life depends on it, because our lives do. And everything in this message was right and exact. I didn't plan on even doing this message right now, but I got the download and I'm obedient. The message has been delivered. Even my imperfections, even your imperfections, even the imperfections of the Republican Party, even the imperfections of the Democratic Party, even the imperfections of the United States of America, God made the United States perfectly imperfect to be the perfect country to serve his perfect people during his perfect time. God made the Democratic Party perfectly imperfect to be the perfect party to serve his perfect people during his perfect time. God made Donald Trump and the Republican Party perfectly imperfect to be the perfect president and the perfect party to serve his perfect people at this perfect time. If y'all don't get that, man, I don't know what you're going to get. I'm out, man. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. We talking freedom talk, liberation. The Blackout Coalition, go join. The Black Liberty Party is on the way. Love.